The Galactic Empire ruled the galaxy with a firm grip, its spires piercing the heavens of Phulos, the Empire's capital. Its fleets patrolled the stars, and its armies crushed resistance with surgical precision. Yet, in its arrogance, the Empire often overlooked the smaller species, dismissing them as irrelevant, among them, humanity. Humanity, a relatively new species in the galactic fold, was regarded as weak and disorganized. They were tolerated only because of their contributions to trade and their knack for innovation. To the Empire, humans were insignificant, a minor thread in the grand tapestry of the galaxy. That illusion shattered one fateful day. In the bustling city of Lysar, on the outer rim of the Empire, Imperial soldiers apprehended a human woman named Victor Terenkov. She was a scientist, a researcher quietly working on advanced medical technologies. Accused of espionage by overzealous officers, she was executed publicly to set an example. The soldiers did not know who her husband was. Act 1. The Shadow of Vengeance. Her husband was Victor Terenkov, a man whose name was whispered in fear among Earth's darkest circles. In his prime, he had been Earth's most feared assassin, a myth among mercenaries and soldiers, a man called the Baba Yaga. Victor had retired years ago, hoping to leave his violent past behind. He lived a quiet life with Alina, dedicating himself to peaceful pursuits. But when the message reached him, the cold, impersonal notification of her death at the hands of Imperial soldiers, something inside him broke. The man who had buried the Baba Yaga was gone. In his place stood the legend. Act 2. The First Strike. Victor didn't act immediately. He gathered intelligence, uncovering every detail of the soldiers responsible for Alina's death. They were stationed on the Imperial Dreadnought Sovereign, a massive warship orbiting Lysar. It was a fortress, bristling with weapons and guarded by elite troops. For most, it would have been impenetrable. For Victor, it was an opportunity. Under the cover of night, Victor infiltrated the Sovereign. Moving like a shadow, he eliminated guards silently, leaving no trace of his presence. By the time the ship's alarm sounded, it was too late. Victor had disabled the ship systems, trapped the crew in their quarters, and rigged the engine core to overload. He left one officer alive, bound and gagged, with a message carved into the wall. "You took my peace. Now I'll take your empire." The Sovereign exploded in orbit, its debris raining down on Lysar. The Empire dismissed it as an isolated act of terrorism, until the second attack. Act 3. A Galaxy Afraid. Victor's campaign of vengeance spread across the galaxy. He targeted Imperial outposts, supply depots, and warships, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. Each attack was meticulously planned, each strike a masterpiece of guerrilla warfare. He left behind no survivors, only his calling card, a black handprint and the words, Baba Yaga. The Empire was paralyzed. Its military leaders scrambled to respond, deploying fleets to hunt him down. But Victor was always one step ahead. He used the Empire's own arrogance against it, exploiting their overconfidence and bureaucratic inefficiency. Rumors began to spread among the Empire's citizens and soldiers. They spoke of a human demon, a specter who could not be stopped. Entire garrisons deserted their posts, refusing to face the Baba Yaga. Act 4. The Fall of Phulos. Victor's ultimate target was Phulos, the heart of the Empire. The city was a fortress, its spires protected by energy shields and its skies patrolled by the Empire's most advanced warships. To attack it was unthinkable. But Victor was not a man who followed convention. Using stolen Imperial codes, he infiltrated the planet's defenses. He sabotaged its power grid, plunging the city into darkness. As chaos erupted, he unleashed a fleet of automated drones, repurposed Imperial machines armed with advanced weaponry. They struck with surgical precision, crippling the Empire's infrastructure. Victor himself descended into the city, a specter clad in black, wielding weapons of terrifying efficiency. He carved a path through the Imperial palace, his every move a symphony of destruction. By the time he reached the Emperor's throne room, the once mighty ruler was cowering in fear. Victor did not kill the Emperor. Instead, he made a statement. He broadcast a message across the galaxy, his voice cold and unyielding. "You thought humanity weak. You thought you could take from us without consequence. But we are not weak. We are not afraid. And we will not forgive." He left the Emperor alive to witness the Empire's collapse. Epilogue: The Legacy of the Baba Yaga. Victor Terenkov vanished after the attack on Fulos. Some say he returned to Earth, while others believe he disappeared into the void. His campaign of vengeance, however, had irrevocably changed the galaxy. The Empire crumbled under the weight of its own fear. Systems declared independence, and rebellions erupted on every front. Humanity, once dismissed as insignificant, was now a force to be reckoned with. In the years that followed, the legend of the Baba Yaga grew. To humanity, Victor was a hero, a man who had avenged his wife and defended his species. To the galaxy, he was a nightmare, a reminder that even the smallest spark can ignite an inferno. And to the Empire, he was a ghost, a name whispered in terror. The Baba Yaga.